There's no second, so there's no.
All right, let me rephrase the motion long before we get a second. That we accept the motion to start the 63 days on the draft for the master plan. And
Have you guys ever done data analysis?
and then
She's going to be very ticked off.
and that we do a survey within the 60 days, so at the open meeting, the results are there for the planning commission to look at. The results of the open meeting would have to be, let's say, a week before the March 14th open meeting.
You mean the results of the survey?
The results of the survey.
Available for the
Available a week before the open meeting.
A week before the open meeting.
Really, that's a serious question. Have any of you ever done data analysis on a large scale? Have you ever done
Do I hear a second?
Because I have, and you're not going to get it in 63 days. Just so you know,
Okay.
she's not going to be pleased.
Can I kind of go over this? Moved to approve the draft of master plan for the 63-day public review period, along with having a public survey done with the results being
Within that 63
within the
days.
63 days, with the results 1 week prior to the March 14th
Open meeting.
open meeting. Public hearing.
Public hearing, there you go. We have a second, let's do a roll
Melissa
call.
seconded it.
Yeah. Davison,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Class,
Yes.
DeShano,
No.
Campbell.
Yes.
If you have the number of addresses that you need, we can get a quote from them and get that to you. So you can look at the amount beforehand.
I think that's a.
Yeah, I know, I'm just
We're gonna make a
saying.
recommendation.
Yeah.
Do we have a motion?
I would make the motion to do the hard copy survey with 19 questions, as well as to offer the QR code in the upper corner so it could be done electronically if an individual wanted to. But this way, it gets mailed back in-house so that we can.
But then on these, are you changing the March 14th date?
That's just for public, that's
They can
That's
still
a
have the
public
public
hearing
one
that
even
day.
if.
Yep.
You can still have the public hearing, you can wait until you can cancel it, wait till you have the survey results back
Okay.
scheduled the next month.
I don't think actually it'd be a bad plan, because then you get the heartbeat of the residents
And then-
in person, and you'll get what the feedback of the survey.
And the
So I know we can
postcard
decide.
can actually say there will be a public hearing on X date. See who comes out.
I'd like to interject two things, if I may. We kind of got that way
Sure.
real quickly. There was a 20th item that was like an open-ended, like an open comment box, correct? And
Probably.
So if
Oh,
we're going
I'm
to
sorry.
restrict it
I missed
to
number
19, we're getting
20.
rid of the open comment box, which I think is important for people to be
It
able to
says
say, hey,
19
this
back
wasn't
here, but
covered.
open comment in the front wasn't numbered.
It's
Yeah.
you want a copy of the last survey,
Yeah,
regardless of how many
essentially.
questions.
Exactly.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't
Yeah.
omit that
Okay.
by saying 19 questions.
Yes.
And then the other thing I want to say is, as far as that public hearing, I agree with Don that it's great to get it on both sides, but I also think that when you have survey results, especially when you have 2016 versus 2024 results, and you have those that you can show people, then it starts their thinking too, and I think you get much richer responses from them because they're looking at what everybody said, and you know what, I don't know if I agree with that, or you know, that is a good idea. You're actually going to spur more open conversation with results in front of the people at a public hearing, and I think that is much more transparent when you do that, because then you're not just having these people come that are uncomfortable and they haven't been to a meeting before and they're not sure when to talk, and you know, I don't think you get the same kind of response as you do when you start by educating, by giving information. You're likely to receive a lot more information. So I'm just throwing that out as a
Yeah,
comment.
and we don't have to make the March 14th
Yep.
date, or did
Yep,
anything about
agreed.
that.
That's outside your hands,
We
but
can
just a
always,
comment.
we can always see how responses are coming in. If it's very minimal, then maybe we push it if we have a nice, a good response by the time that meeting is over. So can you read that?
All right.
Can you read just what Charlie's specific to the language
Okay.
and motion of the
Charlie made a motion for a recommendation
recommendation?
for a survey to go out in hard copy, using using the same questions as the last survey, with the, I listened to all this.
QR code.
QR code on it so that they can either return it in person, send it in the mail, put it on the, or send it online. Pretty much. It's close.
It's, I think you need a
We
few
can
more words in there.
Well,
Not quite wordy enough.
So I made the motion.
that's all I've
Do
heard.
we have a
this week.
second?
I don't have a second yet.
It's a long motion.
I'll second.
Can you do a roll call on that?
I'd love to. I'm being sassy tonight, I'm sorry.
Just say your brochure when you get home.
I will. Okay, Knuckle,
Yes.
Cynic,
Yes.
Ropus,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay.